Hello, welcome back. Another lesson with Mr. Mackey. Brought you outside to my deck. It's a beautiful day, so I thought I'd do our lesson outside today. Hopefully you're still doing well. This is video number 2. All right, let's get started. Today we're going to talk about the area of, circles. Okay. In the previous videos that you've watched, you've talked about the area of rectangles, you've talked about the area of triangles, and you should know by now that area is the square units inside of the shape. Even though it's a circle, we're still talking about the squares inside of it. So let's just get into it. There's another video posted that is shows why the formula comes to be. And the Mustangs, again, you guys have watched that video before, so you get why I can't draw that stuff literally. It's a good video, it's a pretty short watch. But in that video, they explore that the area of a circle is pi r squared, meaning that is how you calculate how many square units go inside of a circle. So let's practice. There's a circle again. This is a radius, good one. Let's say the radius is 8 inches. Do I have my phone on me? I'm gonna have to go get my phone. To find the area, meaning inside of the circle, not around it. Around it is circumference, which that's how you find the circumference. This is how you find the area. So R stands for radius. This is the radius. So we're gonna put the radius right here. There's a little 2 up there. That means squared. Now what exactly does squared mean? Hopefully back in 5th or 6th grade, somebody taught you like 2 times 2 is the same as 2 squared. 3 times 3 is the same as 3 squared. 4 times 4 is the same as 4 squared. So 8 squared actually means 8 times 8. And you need to do this first before you multiply by pi. Why? Well, if we remember our order of operations, GEMDAS, or some of you know it as PEMDAS, do the grouping symbols and then the exponents, and then multiply or divide. So we need to do this exponent first. 8 times 8, 64. 64 times pi. My last video I showed you that 64 pi, you can just leave that as its answer. But if you also want the decimal answer, you will times it by 3.14. So the area of this circle is, hold up. I found my phone. You probably already have the answer faster than I do. 64 times 3.14. 200.96 square inches fit inside of this. That means if we basically put this circle on a grid, this is not a perfect grid, but there would be 200 squares inside of that circle with a little bit more of another square. All right, that's your basic area formula. Let's try another one. This time, I'm gonna give you the diameter. The diameter on this one is going to be 12 feet. Okay, and I'm gonna ask you to find the area. We always have to use this formula to find the area. Now, that stands for radius, and this is the diameter. So what kids are gonna do wrong is they're gonna take that number and they're gonna put it right there. But R stands for radius, and that's not the radius. So if the diameter is 12, we want to know what the radius is, which would just be half of it. Good one. And half of 12 is 6. Some of you do not know how to take half of 12. Way to do it on a calculator is divide by 2. Dividing by 2 is the same thing as taking half. Anyways, we've got the radius now of 6, so we're going to put 6 right here. 6 squared. That does not mean 6 times 2. That means 6 times 6, which is 36. So your area is 36 pi. Or, if you actually times it by pi, this will take a lot quicker because now I have my phone with me. See, I'm prepared this time. The exhilarating time of me multiplying on my phone. 113.04 square feet. That's talking about how many squares are inside of this circle. There's 113 squares. Square feet. What's a square foot? A square foot is your foot in a square. That's literally a square foot. All right, let's do a couple word problems. All right, here we go. Put this up here again. A radio tower sends out a signal 150 miles in radius. What is the wind? What is the total amount of square miles covered? You need to pause, hit pause. Boom. So, you've got a radio tower. See if I can draw a radio tower. I don't know, radio towers? Well, that looks kind of like an oil rig. Radio tower is the thing that you see at like the top of like a hill. Like it's on a big hill, and it's the thing with the red beep at the top of the hill. It's sending out a signal 150 miles in radius, which means it is covering a huge amount of area. We want to know how many square miles will be covered. So we're going to use our area formula. Here's our area formula. We need the radius. Is that the radius? Yes. So we're going to put 150 where the radius is. We're going to square it and then times it by pi. So let's check this out. 150 times 150 is 22,500. That number times pi tells us the radio signal will cover 70,650 square miles.
Daddy, I need to go this way.
Okay, pardon my daughter. Go, continue. Where are you going? You just want to stand right there. Okay. My daughter will also be learning with you. All right, we've got one more word problem we can go over having to do with area.
Are you doing this one about squares or circles?
Well, we're doing it about squares in circles, actually. Here we go. A circular rug has a diameter of 16 feet. What is the total area covered by the rug? Feel free to try it on your own right now, or you can go along with me. Here we go. We've got a rug. The rug has a diameter of 16 feet. We want to know how much area it will cover. This is your formula. We need the radius. This is not the radius. So kids will put 16 there and be like, oh, I'm good. The radius would be half of that. Half of 16, 8. So we're going to put 8 here. We're going to square 8, which means 8 times 8, which is 64. And times that by pi. I think we just did one very similar to this. Didn't we do already 64 times pi? Let's just double check. 64 times pi is 200.96 feet. That's how square feet. That's how many square feet is going to cover this rug. Do you want to say anything? My daughter finds some marker spots that she wants to erase. All right, I'm hoping that helped you. There'll be a Google form on area of circles. Just make sure you're following the formula. Watch that other video, and it's good to see you guys again. If you have questions, privately message or put it on the Google commentary board thingy. All right, take care. Enjoy the sun. Bye.